Funding for Shaperless is provided by
Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. Okay, so Nintendo revealed the Switch 2 finally, because we were all begging them and spamming water buffaloes in their comment section and stuff. Yippee. I saw the trailer was out and I didn't really care too much. It's like, yep, it sure does look like the leaks. The name Switch 2 is fine. It makes a lot of sense. You don't want to incur any confusion from naming your brand new console something like Wii U. And it worked for PlayStation, so I don't really see a problem with it. I don't know, looks fine overall, I guess. I assume this would just be a hardware reveal and not have to do with any games whatsoever. Okay, fine. I can wait a bit to see my beloved next Mario Kart installment. Ah, there it is! It's not just Mario Kart 8 again, it's definitely a new game! Holy shit! Now, I don't normally analyze trailers, especially not tiny little teasers like this one. But god damn it, that's just how passionately I feel about Mario Kart. I've been waiting 11 years for this. We are going to talk about the crumbs we just got, and you are going to like it. Also, this is really convenient because now I can push back a ton of longer videos I'm working on and I don't have to rush them out. So anyway, new Mario Kart. I apologize if I missed some details, I'm not really a pro at analyzing trailers. But let's just see what I can find and talk about. First, some interesting details about the game itself that we can glean from this footage. The starting line has 24 of these little lines for the racers instead of 12. I mean, that's a pretty definitive indication that these races are going to allow for 24 players. Oh man, if you thought Mario Kart was hectic before, holy shit, I can only imagine the chicanery that'll be afoot in 24-player online matchups. Despite them raising the number of characters in a race, I can't really imagine Mario Kart having more than 4 players locally. Because unlike Smash, where you're all watching the same screen, 8 players on the same TV, each with their own view, would be kind of impossible. It would be really funny, but I wouldn't want to play like that, so I'm assuming it'll just be 4 players locally. I don't use LAN play, so maybe you can already get more than 4 players with that in Mario Kart 8, and maybe the same will carry over here. No idea, I'm a fake fan. Anyway, back to hyper-analyzing this Mario Kart teaser. The characters don't appear to be anything crazy. It looks like the same old roster for now. At least based on what I can see. I checked the Super Mario Wiki just to be safe, and they say we got Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Yoshi, Toad, Daisy, Rosalina, Donkey Kong, Wario, Koopa Troopa, Pauline, Waluigi, Toadette, the 5 babies from Mario Kart 8, wow, yippee, Lakitu, King Boo, Shy Guy, Birdo, and Bowser Jr.? At the time I'm writing this, some of these characters don't have images on the wiki, and I couldn't spot them anywhere. But that's what the wiki says, and they cite the trailer as proof of this. All of these characters sound like completely plausible inclusions, but I'll believe it when I see it in a non-blurry photo. I'm a doubting Thomas. I think the primary thing to note about the characters we do see up close, however, is just how expressive they all look. Back when Mario Wonder was coming out, Nintendo noted how the Illumination movie kind of inspired them to make the Mario characters in-game more expressive to match the level of animation seen in the film. And you can definitely see that come across with the slightly more cartoony designs and colors, as well as the different looks on Mario's face as he does his little hop. It's a cool level of detail, considering how in a normal race, you wouldn't even see that. But nowhere is the influence of the movie more clear than with Donkey Kong, who just... I mean, that just straight up is movie Donkey Kong. I find it fascinating that only he adopts this radical change in design from the movie. But honestly, I like the design, so I'm cool with that. He's so crazy, love him. It makes me wonder if this is what they want Donkey Kong to look like in all future spin-off games. Cause it would be weird to just have him look like this in Mario Kart, but then keep the more realistic monkey design in like Golf or something. I guess it remains to be seen what he's gonna look like overall moving forward. And if they'll redesign the other Kongs accordingly, like Diddy or Funky if they bring them back. I mean, they clearly know how much the fans like those characters, so it will be nice to have them back, Nintendo. Oh well, I'm not gonna speculate on the roster too much. Today we're just gonna analyze what we see before us. A few more quick details. The karts look a little more cartoony than what we're used to. I mean, look at Mario's. It just looks spongier, for lack of a better word, compared to the more sleek and realistic look of his default kart in 8. I'm assuming this is the new default, since that would just make sense to show off in your first look of the game. Additionally, is that Peach wearing a dress while on a bike? No, she's supposed to have her biker outfit on. You can't do that. Ah man, if the biker outfits for the female characters are seriously gone, that would be a real shame. They were such cool alternate looks. And like, okay, yeah, I'll say it, Rosalina looked really good in it. Oh well, not a huge deal. The main thing I really want to analyze as the guy who ranks every single track is this damn track. One of the most interesting things we can glean from it is the fact that it is titled the Mario Bros. Circuit. And I don't know what to make of that. Every game has a Mario circuit in it with no exceptions. So, is this that? Or is this Mario Bros. Circuit and then we'll just have Mario Circuit elsewhere in the game? I don't know. Though I feel like you could have named this something a little bit more distinct. I mean, for a course that basically looks like Radiator Springs from Cars, why not call it High Noon Highway or something like that? I mean, it clearly looks way more like a highway than a circuit. I don't really know what they were going for with this name. The little we see of the track also looks pretty basic. No ramps, no gliding, no anti-gravity. I mean, I'm sure it lacks all that because whatever the actual new gimmick of the game is will kick in. Perhaps on this long stretch of highway towards the end. Honestly, the highway goes on for so long that it's hard to picture this course looping around back to where you started, but I don't think a course entitled Mario Bros. Circuit is gonna be a 3-section one. I'm pretty sure there will be laps eventually. And actually, looking at it closer, you probably head back to the starting line on the other lane in this highway that none of the racers are going on in the footage. That would probably make the most sense. Other things to note is that this does appear to be a traffic course with cars and a truck. It doesn't look very hard to avoid them, which makes sense considering this is presumably either the first course of the game or a Mario circuit that'll be in the Flower Cup. Not exactly the time for difficulty. The new colors on the boost panels are pretty cool looking. And lastly, we gotta talk about this Yoshi Diner. Scrumptious. It reminds me a lot of the pit stop in the Mario Kart 8 version of GBA Mario Circuit. And perhaps this little orange glowy thing is an item that you can go off to the side to collect. Or maybe it's a Wonder Seed, since people are speculating that the gimmick of this game will be Wonder Effects. Who knows? Speaking of items though, I'm noticing a distinct lack of them on the track proper. I assume they just turned them off for the trailer since they're not ready to show them off yet. This seems like a course that would really benefit from rolling item boxes, similar to the Mario Kart 8 version of DS Shroom Ridge. Other than that, I mean, there's a Sledge Bro in the audience, that's pretty cool. Overall, this is a great first impression. Obviously, we don't know what gimmick exactly the game will have, and of course, the track they showed off does look as basic as they come. But the art style alone is enough to indicate that this will be another cool and creative installment in a series that desperately needs something new. Not because the installments in the past decade have stagnated, but because what installments in the past decade? Yeah, I'm beyond excited. This is now my most anticipated game of 2025. Fuck Metroid Prime 4, that game doesn't even have Donkey Kong. So yeah, you better believe I'm gonna be covering this game and the new trailers for it we get up until it's released. You can be as sure of that as you can about me talking about Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. Squarespace is an amazing online website builder that enables you to create beautiful websites for your business or personal hobby. You can utilize their new design intelligence features to build an amazing, more personalized website tailored to your unique needs, allowing you to create your own digital identity you can use across your entire online presence. Squarespace makes it easy to sell all sorts of things like online courses, blogs, videos, and memberships. Put your content behind a paywall to get recurring revenue. Simply set the price and choose whether to charge a one-time fee or subscription for access. Plus, you can easily manage all your payments in one place with Squarespace Payments. It's super quick and easy. You can get started in just a few clicks and start receiving payments right away. Your customers can use tons of popular payment methods like Klarna, ACH Direct Debit in the US, Apple Pay, Afterpay in the US and Canada, and ClearPay in the UK. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/jfrillis to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.